Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, gentlemen. I welcome you to lecture number 20 of the series of online classes. Well, we are joining after a long layoff of more than 2 weeks. I do hope that you must have had a wonderful time with your family and friends at your homes. Well, gentlemen, in today's lecture we are going to discuss lesson number 5, which is titled as The Piece of String, written by Guy de Maupassant. I hope you are ready. Let's get down to some serious work now. Well, gentlemen, in this lecture, first of all, I'm going to give you a story in brief. Then I'll try to translate into Urdu a couple of important paragraphs from the lesson. And let me make it clear here that the translation of this lesson is not very important, but there are still a couple of paragraphs which are important in the context of the lesson. Therefore, I would translate those paragraphs for you people to be able to pick out the important multiple choice questions from there. So let's first of all take you through to the story. It is a story of an old farmer who is a thorough gentleman and an upright person who never did anything immoral or wrong to anyone, nor did he lie or steal anything. Once he was walking along the road to the market and he saw a piece of string lying on the road. He bent down to pick it up, and as he did so, Mr. Manana, who was a harnessman, saw him pick something up from the road which he mistook as a pocketbook, and he reported the matter to the mayor. He was called for the inquiry, and he was conveyed with the charges that he did pick up or steal the pocketbooks lost by Mr. James. He gave his presentation that he never did so. Instead, he picked up the piece of string from the road and he took it out from his pocket to show the mayor. But no one was ready to believe his story of the string. He took this allegation to his self-esteem and character and consumed his heart over this and wasted away before the very eyes of the people, and consequently died one day. Later on, a great flood with its great wrath came and devastated everything in the village. Only the grave of Hubert withstood the havoc of the floods. Later on, people came to realize that he was after all true and right in his claim that he never stole anything, nor did he pick up the pocketbook from the road. Therefore, they imprinted on his tombstone that here lies a man who spoke nothing but truth. This is how the flood proved his innocence. Well, this was the story in brief of the lesson. Now, I would request you to please concentrate on the first paragraph because it contains many multiple choice questions. There were chickens, pigeons and legs of mutton in the roast. बुने हुए गोश्त में मुर्गी, कबूतर और बकरे की टांगें थी. And an appetizing odor of roast beef और बुने हुए गाय के गोश्त की भूख बढ़ा देने वाली खुशबू थी. Leaf and gravy dripping over the brown skin. सालन की सुर्खी माइल सतह के ऊपर. पत्ते और शोरबा बह रहा था. लीफ वो धनिया वगैरह के पत्ते हैं जो कि इसको खुश जायका बनाने के लिए डाले जाते हैं. इसमें ग्रेवी कहते हैं सालन को, शोरबे को. लीफ एंड ग्रेवी ड्रिपिंग ओवर द ब्राउन स्किन. सुर्खी माइल सालन की सतह के ऊपर शोरबा और पत्ते तैर रहे थे, विच इंक्रीज्ड द एपिटाइट, जिसने भूख को बढ़ा दिया, एंड मेड एवरीबडीज माउथ वाटर, और हर किसी के मुंह से पानी बाहर आया। Everyone told his affairs, his purchases and sales, हर किसी ने अपने मामलात और अपनी खरीदो फरोख्त के मतलब बातचीत की। The diners discussed the crops and the weather, खाना खाने वालों ने फसलों और मौसम के मतलब बातचीत की, which was favorable for the green things but not for wheat, जो कि हरी भरी फसलों के लिए मौजू था लेकिन गंदम की फसल के लिए हरगज मौजू नहीं था। Suddenly at the sound of drum beat in the court, everybody rose from the seat. अचानक सहन में डोल की आवाज़ पर हर कोई अपनी कुर्सी पर से उठ खड़ा हुआ, except a few ones who still had the food in their hands, वाह चंद देख के जिनके हाथ में अभी तक खाना था। After the drum beat had ceased, जब डोल की आवाज़ रुक चुकी थी, the drum beater called out to the people, तो डोल बजाने वाले ने लोगों को पुकारा, who were now attentive, जो कि अब मतवज्जे थे, एंड इम्पेशेंटली वेटिंग फॉर हिम टू कॉल आउट द पब्लिक अनाउंसमेंट, और बहुत बेसब्री से उसका इंतज़ार कर रहे थे कि वो अवामी ऐलान करे। नो what is the public announcement? That is given inside the inverted commas. It is hereby made known to the inhabitants of this place, चुनाचे यहाँ के मकीनों को इतला दी जाती है, एंड इन जनरल टू ऑल पर्सन इन द मार्केट, और मंडी में मौजूद आम लोगों को, दैट अ ब्लैक लेदर पॉकेट बुक, के काले रंग का एक बटुआ, कंटेनिंग 500 शिलिंग्स, जिसमें 500 शिलिंग्स हैं, एंड सम बिजनेस पेपर, और कुछ कारोबारी कागजात, was lost on the road between 9 and 10 in the morning, वो आज सुबह 9 से 10 बजे के दरमियान सड़क पर गुम कर दिया गया। The finder is requested to return the same to the mayor's office, जिस किसी को मिला उससे दरखास्त की जाती है कि वो इसे मेयर के दफ्तर में लौटा दे, और टू मिस्टर जेम्स, या फिर मिस्टर जेम्स को लौटा दे, द केयर टेकर ऑफ दिस पब्लिक हॉल, जो कि इस अवामी हॉल का निगरान है। देयर विल बी अ रिवॉर्ड ऑफ 20 शिलिंग्स, उसके लिए 20 शिलिंग्स का इनाम होगा। वेल जेंटलमैन, this paragraph contains many multiple choice questions. It will help you a lot if you go through it. Well students, now I am going to translate the first paragraph from page number 33. Please concentrate hard. There was no use of Mr. Hubert's protesting. Mr. Hubert के एहतजाज का अब कोई फ़ायदा नहीं था, for nobody believed him, क्योंकि किसी को उस पर एतबार नहीं था। मिस्टर मनाना रिपीटेडली मेंटेन्ड, मिस्टर मनाना ने बार बार दावा किया, दैट ह्यूबर्ट हैड पिक्ड अप द पॉकेट बुक, कि ह्यूबर्ट ने ही बटुआ उठाया था। फॉर एन आवर बोथ मैन अब्यूज्ड ईच अदर, 1 घंटे तक दोनों आदमी एक दूसरे को गालियां देते रहे। देन हिज ओन रिक्वेस्ट, फिर उसकी अपनी दरखास्त पर मिस्टर ह्यूबर्ट वॉज सर्च्ड, मिस्टर ह्यूबर्ट की तलाशी ली गई। नथिंग वॉज फाउंड ऑन हिम, उससे कोई चीज़ बरामद ना हुई। नो the second paragraph on this lesson, right from the middle of the page. Mr. Hubert went to the village. Mr. Hubert गांव चला गया, telling every man he knew about his adventure, और हर आदमी को उसके मतलब अपने साथ पेश आने वाले वाक़े के मतलब बताया। But he only met with incredulity, लेकिन उसको सिर्फ शक की नज़र से देखा गया। It all made him ill, इन सारी चीज़ों ने उसे बीमार कर दिया। The next day in the afternoon, a man named George, अगले दिन बाद दोपहर एक आदमी जिसका नाम जॉर्ज था, रिटर्न द पॉकेट बुक एंड इट्स कंटेंट्स टू मिस्टर जेम्स, उसने बटुआ और इसमें मौजूद चीज़ें मिस्टर जेम्स को लौटा दी, द ओनर ऑफ द पॉकेट बुक, जो कि इस बटुए का मालिक था। नाउ द लास्ट पैराग्राफ ऑफ द लेसन विच इज़ इम्पोर्टेंट, एंड द सेकेंड लास्ट ऑफ द फ्रॉम द बॉटम। Hubert felt this shame and disgrace to his self-esteem and character. Hubert ने इस शर्मिंदगी और बेइज्जती को अपने किरदार और खुदारी के खिलाफ समझा। Hubert felt this shame and disgrace to his self-esteem and character. Hubert ने इस बेइज्जती और शर्मिंदगी को अपने किरदार और इज़्ज़त नफ्स के ख़िलाफ़ समझा। ही कंज्यूम्ड हिज हार्ट ओवर दिस, उसने ये बात अपने दिल को लगा ली, एंड वेस्टेड अवे बिफोर द वेरी आइज़ ऑफ द पीपल, और लोगों की आंखों के सामने ही कमज़ोर तर होता गया। पीपल स्टार्टेड टू टेल द स्टोरी ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग टू अम्यूज़ देमसेल्व्स, लोगों ने रस्सी वाली कहानी खुद को लुत्फ़अंदोज़ करने के लिए सुनाना शुरू कर दी, एंड टोल्ड इट इन अ मैनर ऑफ अ सोल्जर, और इसे एक सिपाही के अंदाज में बताया। who had been on a campaign, जो कि किसी जंग में रहा हो, किसी जंग का हिस्सा रहा हो, and told about his battles, और अपनी जंग के मतलब बातें करता रहा हो. Hubert's mind touched to the depth. Hubert का जहन गहराइयों को छूने लगा. Began to weaken day by day, और वो दिन ब दिन कमज़ोर होने लगा. Towards the end of the month he took to his bed. महीने के आखिर पर वो बिस्तर के साथ लग कर रह गया. He died in the first week of the following month. वो आने वाले महीने के पहले हफ्ते में मर गया. In the delirium of his death struggle, मौत के साथ अपनी हैजानी कश्मकश में, he kept claiming his innocence. उसने अपनी बेगुनाही का दावा करना जारी रखा. reiterating, इस बात को दोहराते हुए, a piece of string, a piece of string, रस्सी का एक टुकड़ा, रस्सी का एक टुकड़ा. by my word of honor I did not lie. मुझे अपनी इज्जत की कसम, मैंने झूठ नहीं बोला. Well, gentlemen, this was the translation. It was not meant for translation, but it was meant for you people to pick out the important multiple choice questions from these contents. I hope you would have got those multiple choice questions cleared now. Thank you very much. Now we move on to the exercise. Well, dear students, this slide contains the multiple choice questions given at the end of the lesson in the exercise. First of all, the rich people gathered at a big hall. The question is, why did the rich people gather at the big hall? To watch a show, for a discussion, to hear a lecture, or for a great meal? Last option is correct. Option D is correct. They gathered there for a great meal. वो एक बहुत बड़ी ज़ियाफ़त के लिए वहाँ पर जमा हुए थे. Number 2. What was the public announcement made by the drum beater? ढोल बजाने वाले ने कौन सा अवामी ऐलान किया? Loss of black leather pocketbook containing money and business paper, open invitation for dinner, to enjoy a concert, sale of a building. Option A is correct. He announced that a black leather pocketbook was lost, which contained business paper and some money. Number 3. Mr. Hibbert was surprised and disturbed when the police officer asked him to accompany him because to the police station, to the mayor's office, to the court, or at the airport. When he asked him to accompany him to the mayor's office. B option is correct. By my word of honor, I never heard of it means that he never saw it. Being an honorable man, he did not pick up the lost pocketbook. An honorable person never thought of picking up lost pocketbook. He never heard of the lost object. B option is correct. Being an honorable man, he did not pick up the lost pocketbook. Number 5. What did Hubert say in the most exasperating tone? He never stole the pocketbook. He picked up a piece of string. It is nevertheless truth of good God, the sacred truth. Oh him, yes, he saw him pick up this string here. Option C is correct. It is nevertheless truth of good God, the sacred truth. वो कहते हैं यही एक पकीज़ा सच है, जैसे खुदा का होना एक सच है और कोई इस बात को क्वेश्चन नहीं करता कि खुदा है या नहीं है, इसी तरह ये बात भी सच है और आप लोगों को भी ये मेरी इंटेग्रिटी और मेरे करैक्टर पर उंगली नहीं उठानी चाहिए, क्योंकि मैंने सारी ज़िंदगी आपके सामने गुजारी है. आप मुझे बहुत अच्छी तरह से जानते हैं कि मैं ना तो चोर हूँ और ना ही मैंने कभी ज़िंदगी में झूठ बोला है. Number 6. What were the feelings of Hubert when he was informed of the recovery of the lost object? He felt disgusted, triumphed, indifferent, or concerned. Option B is absolutely correct. He felt triumphed. He felt elated. He felt succeeded. Number 7. But he only met with incredulity means that he was believed telling the truth, lying, showing his faith. Gentlemen, option B is correct. He was believed as a liar. Number 8. What did the people say behind his back? Those are lame excuses. The people said that the story about the piece of string is a lame excuse. So A option is correct. Well, gentlemen, this is the final slide of our today's lecture, which contains a couple of multiple choice questions and some of the true false statements. Statement number 9 about the multiple choice question is, what did Hubert feel? A grace of personality, shame and disgrace to his self-esteem and character, truthful, trustworthy. B option is correct. He felt shame and disgrace to his self-esteem and character. Number 10. What were the last words Hubert uttered before his death? A piece of string, a piece of string. By my word of honor, I did not lie. I picked up a pocketbook. I handed over the pocketbook to its owner. B option is correct. By my word of honor, I did not lie. मुझे अपनी इज्जत की कसम मैंने इसके मुताल्लिक मैंने झूठ नहीं बोला. Now we move on to the true false statement. Here you will mark the statements either false or true, and you will be able to mark these statements if you go through the story extensively. First of all, everybody's mouth was watered on the sight of wealth, which is false. You are going to write word false against this statement. Number 2, the finder of the pocketbook will be rewarded. Yes, he will be rewarded. This is a true statement. Word true will be written against this. Number 3, he drew out a little pocketbook from his pocket. No, it is a false. Rather, he drew out a piece of string. This is a false statement. Number 4, Mr. Hubert was pleased to hear the allegation. It is false. No one is pleased to hear any allegation against him. So this is a false statement. Number 5, the people greeted Hubert when he came out of the office of the mayor. लोगों ने उसका इस्तकबाल किया जब वो मेयर के ऑफिस से बाहर आया. No. Therefore it is a false statement. George found the pocketbook and gave it to Hubert. False. नहीं, उसने Hubert को नहीं दिया था बल्कि अपने मालिक को दिया था, इसलिए ये statement false है, गलत है. Number 7, the people believed the reasons Hubert gave to prove his innocence. No, they never. It is false statement. Number 8, the people started to tell the story of the string to amuse themselves. Yes, absolutely true. A great flood carried away the people. Yes, true. Nothing but the flood proved his innocence. Yes, this is a true statement. Well, this concludes our lesson number 20. I hope you would have got all your questions cleared. I would request you to write down the paragraphs of translation in your notebook. In next lecture, there are some other important aspects that you need to write very diligently in your notebooks. With that, I'm signing off. I wish you all very best of luck. Khuda Hafiz.